Hello everyone, welcome to another Cube Draft here on Power9Pro.com. My name is Zach, and we have an awesome first pack today. We have, well, mind you, all packs in Cube are pretty much awesome. We have Manavolt, which is very fast mana acceleration. We have Go for the Throat, Sword of Vengeance, Crystal Ball, Sun Titan Steel Hellkite, or we have some nice white aggro cards. Right now, I'm looking at Go for the Throat, just because it's such a powerful effect. Could use Manavolt, but I don't know. I'm not sure on it. I think I'm going to take Go for the Throat. I just always like the removal spell, and Manavolt sometimes isn't that great if you have a very high color density deck. Oh, alright, I like the look of this already. Okay, we have Upheaval, we have Oblivion Ring, which is very good, Icy Manipulator, and Bane of the Living, and Arc Lightning. So I think it comes down to Icy, Bane, Arc Lightning. Because I think I'm in the mood to draft a control deck. I think I'm just going to take this Icy here. Icy's pretty insane. Yep, I'll take Icy. As always, I'd like to thank Thea Steele of StarCityGames.com for hosting this Cube Draft. She writes a really good Cube article over there, so thanks to her for hosting this. You know, it's not every day someone will just, agree to lend out relatively valuable cards on Magic Online to pretty much complete strangers. So, yeah, thanks to her for that. Alright, here we have Sensei's Top, Curse Scroll, Imperial Seal, Duplicant. Let's just minimize the chat here. Duplicant's pretty solid. Curse Scroll is pretty good. I think I'm going to take Sensei's Top. Just such a fantastic card. So far we've got two really powerful artifacts and a black removal spell. So we'll see what that brings us. Volrath's Stronghold. Oh, that's always a possibility if we want to be in black. We have Mom, Mother of Runes. Lots of good red burn here and some green. So forbid. I think we're going to take the Volrath's Stronghold. Just love card advantage. Well, it's not really card advantage, but it's nice to recycle awesome creatures. With a Wretch, Dothy Horror is fine. We have Char, Wall of Omen, Sarkhan Vault, but I think the pick is actually just Necrotal. We're going to draft some sort of black-based control deck, which I'm 100% fine with. And we can Volrath's Stronghold Necrotal combo. So, that's pretty cool. Actually, I think I might have forgot to put this guy in my queue in real life. No, he's definitely in there. It's just a really good card. Classic. One of the classic card advantage on a stick. Alright, let's see. So we have Ravages of War. Yavimaya Eldar. Fume Spitter is always a nice one. But I think Murderous Redcap is probably going to be the pick. Yep. See no reason to deviate from black. So far we have, in essence, 4 removal spells, Top, and Volrath's Stronghold. It's always good. Alright, and here we see... Oh, that's the chat again. Here we see Nether Void. I don't know. Could be alright if we want to go for a prison-esque deck. Pilgrim's Eye and Prismatic Lens, some decent mana fixing / acceleration. Well, that's not really acceleration. 3 very good red spells. Fire Imp, Burst Lightning, and Magma Jet. And then there's also a Willbender. Willbender is one of my absolute favorite cards in Cube, and pretty much in Magic in general. I just love what he brings to the table. But I'm not going to pick that because I think someone's probably in blue. However, it does look like red is open. So I think I'll just take this Fire Imp and just, go for the beatdowns. All my creatures that have enter the battlefield effects. Alright. So here we have Starstorm, which is always very nice. Siege Gang Commander, Ravenous Baboons, Goblin Patrol, Comet Storm, and Arc Trail. Oh man, red is definitely open. So the cards that stand out to me are Arc Trail, Comet Storm, Siege Gang Commander, and Starstorm. I think we can probably get some big red finisher later. I don't know. Actually, Siege Gang is just insane. I think I am going to take Siege Gang. The card advantage it gives you is undeniable. We've got a ton of removal already. Alright, so here we have a Lodestone Golem and a few other cards that aren't in our colors. I think I'm going to take just Strip Mine here. Like, it's either that or the Lodestone Golem. And I don't know. I think I'd rather have the Strip Mine if we're going to play it. Black-red your mana is usually pretty decent, although we do have a double black and a double red at this point. Alright, so we have Arc Lightning, Dothi Marauder, and Goblin Guide all wheeled. We've got so much removal. I think I'm just going to... I don't know. I don't think I want to take Goblin Guide. I think I'll take Arc Lightning. Just Arc Trail on steroids. Alright, so here we get Curse Scroll, Ember Hauler, or Goblin War Driver. I'm not sure that we're going to be able to get double red that early, and I think Curse Scroll's a fine card, so I'll happily take that. Really loving this Volurath Stronghold pick. We've just got, buying back Siege Gangs, Fire Imp, Necrotalls, and Red Caps is exactly what we want to be doing. We will need to make sure we do get a relatively good amount of creatures, but should not be a problem. Like, ideally, this sort of creature we want would be something like a Skin Render or a Flame Tongue Cab. Would just be really great. Oh. Just launching Moto there. Alright, so here we see the Mother of Runes, Searing Blaze, and Chain Lightning come back. I think I'm gonna take... I think I'll take Chain Lightning. Easier on the mana. I think we still want to be base black with red to complement it. Although with all that red we saw with that, might be something different. Fume Spitter is a fine pick. Don't know if I'll play. I actually don't know how good Fume Spitter is in cube. It's one of those cards that I think depends a lot on what's in your cube. If there's a lot of aggro in their cube, and I know there's a decent amount in this one, then yeah, I can see Fume Spitter being really good. I do not have it in mine, but that's because my cube is more control-oriented and less aggro-oriented. So that was kind of weird. We went from a pack with 2 cards to a pack with 3, but I think that's just something with tapped-out.net software that sometimes happens. I'm actually going to hate the Wall of Omens here, because it actually could be pretty annoying against our deck. And of course, as Thea once said when we first started doing this, was that in Cube, missing your 13th, 14th, or 15th pick is actually not that big a deal. Because, if you miss 9 picks in a draft, which is like your worst case scenario, then you've still got, 36 cards, most of which are playable. So... Alright, we got a new pack coming up here. Alright, and here we go. We see Volcanic Hammer, which is marginal, just compared to the overall quality of cube cards. We see Diabolic Edict, Phyrexian Arena, Exhume, Badlands, and Library. So this is some really nice pick. It's not going to be Edict because we have so much removal. I actually think it might be Library. The only thing I worry about is that if we play the Library and Strip Mine and the Stronghold. That's 3 color-producing lands, or colorless-producing lands. But I think Library is just so powerful that it's, yeah. Like, I'm fine if we don't play the Strip Mine, I just play this in the Stronghold. So, yeah, I'll take Library here. Freak Scenery is very close, but I've never actually played with Library before. So, seems insane if you get it turn 1. Alright, so here it comes down to Vampire Nighthawk versus Spikeshot Elder and Rolling Earthquake. We don't have any way to really pump Spikeshot Elder, so I think that's out. I think I'm just going to take Nighthawk here. It's such a strong card. Yeah, I'll take Nighthawk. Little thing here where it sometimes shows you the same pack twice and then says the pack isn't in your hand. Yep, there you go. Alright, so looking here we have Stupor, Slave of Bolus, Molten Rain, Adamaro, and Bone Shredder. We're not a huge, really aggro deck, so I don't think Adamaro is going to be. I think it's going to just be Slave of Bolus. It's gets rid of pretty much anything, and if we hit something like a Grave Titan off it, we just get a bunch of value. So, well, I guess if we hit a Grave Titan, then we more or less broke even because they have 2 zombies at least as well. So, but still seems fine. Alright, so here we have an interesting choice. We have the Vassal's Collar, which we could take if we thought that the Spikeshot Elder would wield, or any other pinger. Inferno Titan, which is an excellent finisher, and removal spell all in one. Chainer's Edict, again a premium removal spell. And Makeshift Mannequin, everyone's favorite instant speed reanimation spell from Lorwyn Block. That was a great deck if you played that, the Mannequin control deck back in the day. It was really fun. I think I'm going to take Inferno Titan here, because we don't have... Currently our finisher is the Siege Gang Commander, and I would like to have more finishers, so I will happily take Inferno Titan. Alright then, here we have some cards in other colors, but for us I think it pretty much comes down to Liliana's Spectre versus Una's Prowler. Una's Prowler is clearly the more aggressive card, while Liliana's Spectre is more of a control card. I'm definitely going to take the Spectre. Here, I just want to look at my curve. Too bad you can't cost sort like you can on MTGO. I don't have a ton of 2-drops, so I know. I think I'm fine taking Spectre. I know it's tapped out, they implemented, now it's each person has their own individual timer, which is kind of nice. So instead of, and it's 300 seconds though, instead of 30, so I can actually, take my time, look at my picks and whatnot, consider all the options. Alright, so, we have the Rack, or sorry, not the Rack, this is Black Vise, okay. So, I don't know, kind of is a non-combo with Liliana's Spectre. Not that that's the whole reason I wouldn't take the card, but I just don't think it's as good as something like... I actually think I'm going to take Oxta Scramelt here. It's got a come to play effect. It's a decent body, which is something our deck would like more of. And Get Two Slinger is just another removal spell. We have so many already that I just want to take Scrap Melter here. So I think all our creatures, except for like the Nighthawk, have a come into play ability. Let's see, Redcap, Necrotal, cannot Nighthawk, Spectre, Fumespitter in essence does. Siege Gang, Fire Imp, Inferno Titan. Yeah, okay, they all do. That's pretty cool. Really, I don't think there's any question here. It's the only card in either of our colors. I'm happy to take Fire Blast here. No, I don't. Alright, so here we have the original Masticore, Duress, Triskelion, Slaughter Pact, and Puppeteer Clique. I know Thea is a huge fan of Puppeteer Clique, and I see no reason to deviate. It's, got a good come into play effect, beats for a decent amount of damage in the air, and we can get back Grave Titans and stuff like that. Alright, here we got the Badlands to wheel, and that card's insane in the Urza draft format. It's really good. We got Badlands and Exhume. I actually think part of me really wants Exhume. It's Exhume versus Badlands, definitely. And the thing is we have 2 colors producing lands, perhaps 3 that we're going to be playing. So the Badlands would be very welcome. But we have all these come into play effects that would be great for Exhume. The only problem is Exhume I could see backfiring a lot. So I think I'm just going to take the Badlands. It's more of a consistent pick. Although if we see like another reanimation spell, there was a mannequin, I don't know if that would wheel or anything like that, but we'll see. Here I'm pretty clearly going to take this Necropolis. It's again mana fixing and opens us up to the possibility of splashing a powerful blue card if we see one. And there are lots of those in the cube. So, yep. Pretty easy pick. Alright, here we get Molten Rain versus Adamaro. I think I'll just take Adamaro. I don't know, might be alright. Probably not going to play him, but we'll see. Oh man, Briarhorn. Card's actually amazing. I really like it. It's like just below Willbender on list of really, really fun, well-designed, powerful cards that I like. So, hate the Briarhorn. Everything else is a land. And here we have... Oh, okay. Here we have Route, Psionic Blast, and Marsh Flats. I'm actually going to take the Flats just because we can fetch our Badlands with it. So, we do have Badlands in this, right? Yes, we do. Okay. It's just, they changed where the colors were on me when I took the Briarhorn, I guess. And here we have Prison Term versus Repeal. I'm going to take the Prison Term. Oh. Oh, this is still going. Just look around the chat. Hopefully I'll edit this out, but if not, you get to listen to me for a bit to ponder about the draft. So, how many creatures do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 that I'm happy to play plus Adamaro. So, good start. I like, for a control deck, 10 creatures is not at all unreasonable. But we still have a whole another pack of this, so let's make it good. And we get a last pick, Call of the Herd, which is fine in a green or red sort of aggressive zoo-esque deck, but not in ours. Alright, so wow, 3 dual lands. That kind of sucks. Zoomy Grave Robber, exile a card away, flip it, put target creature in a grid. Oh man, that seems insane. With all our come into play effects, it seems really good. Fledgling Djinn, not what we want. Juggernaut. Memory Jar is the other one. That's really good, but I think I'm actually going to take this Grave Robber. It's a lower drop, which we need, and being able to reanimate stuff from our graveyard at will is so powerful in this deck. It just fits very well with our other cards. Oops, sorry, I have an Inferno Titan back in play. Seems good, and like getting back Puppeteer Cliques for awesome stuff, and all sorts of great stuff. All right, Whew, so, here we have Manic Vandal versus Vampire Hexmage versus Razormane Masticore, in essence. I think I'm going to take the Hexmage. 2-1 first strike is definitely one of the better bodies, and we already have an Ox to Scrap Melter, so I think I'll take the Hexmage. Also kills Planeswalkers and random other stuff. Alright, so here we have Mimic Vat, which is, oh my gosh, so insane in this deck with how our come into play effects. Mimic Vat, Disfigure, Grafted War Gear, Hellkite Charger, Liliana Vest, and Serrated Arrows. I'm 100% certain the pick is Mimic Vat. Again, it's just got so much synergy with all the come into play abilities. Like, oh man, Inferno Titan on a Mimic Vat, Siege Gang Commander on a Mimic Vat, even like Fire Amp on a Mimic Vat is insane. Windmill Slam. Sick! I just found out that Mr. Palavito Damodarosa is interested in cubing with us next time, which is fantastic. So, hopefully, next time we do this, we'll have Mr. Palavitor with us. So, that's pretty great. Alright, here we have Night's Whisper, Innocent Blood, Pillage, Eternal Witness. So good. Eternal Witness. Be so good in this deck, if we were playing green. Reckless Signet is actually definitely an option here. Like, it's either Night's Whisper or Innocent Blood. How many removal spells do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, okay. I don't know. Obviously, we can debate whether or not Inferno Titans we can consider a removal spell for our deck, but I think Night's Whisper is a very good pick. We welcome the easier casting cost than Sign and Blood because we are playing those colorless lands, and don't intend to target our opponent much. So, we get Engineered Explosives, which is always a very nice card. However, we can only do it for 2, 1, or 0, which is not great. Oh my gosh. So, we have Avalanche Riders, which is good. Smother, which is obviously fine, but it's just another remove spell. And then we have Corpse Dance. This card seems ridiculous in this deck. Again, with the whole come into play reanimation thing we got going on. Oh man, that's just really good. So, I'm definitely going to take that Corpse Dance. I'm really liking the way this deck's turning out. We have a lot of very good synergy. So I look forward to playing this deck a lot. Alright, so next pack here. We could play some sort of Greater Gargadon deck. I'm not sure how good that would be. We have... Prophetic Bolt deals 4 damage to target creature player. Look at the top 4 cards. Oh, okay. I know. We can splash blue off the Necropolis, but I don't know. I'd rather, I think, just keep it red and black. And you know what? In keeping with our theme of removal spells and creatures, Fleshbag Marauder works pretty good on a Mimic Vat. Yep. Alright, looking at this pack, we have Perilous Mirror versus Hypnotic Spectre. Pretty much what it comes down to. I'm trying to think. Can we abuse Perilous Mirror? We do have like the Mimic Vat and everything, but even then it still requires Perilous Mirror to die somehow. And Corpse Dance exiles at end of turn. So I think it's actually just going to be Hippie. It doesn't have a come into play effect, but it's a fine man that can get us lots of card advantage, so I'm 100% cool with playing that. Alright, so here we have Scroll Rack versus Terminate, I guess. And, I'm not one to say no to unconditional removal, so might as well take the cream of the crop, especially if we can play it. Alright, so this pack comes back to us. Not a great deal we can take, so I think I'm just going to hate the Recursion Tusker. The card is really good. And note that most of our removal is in fact damage-based, so this deck will have a slightly tougher time with big creatures as opposed to small creatures like that Imperious Perfect. While it's true the Imperious Perfect can generate an army pretty much by itself, and it's a fantastic card even if you don't have a great number of elves. We just have so many ways to deal with it. Here we get the choice of Black Knight versus Juggernaut. Interesting, one of the duels is gone. I think that may have been a C, but I forget. Black Knight versus Juggernaut. I think I'm going to take Black Knight. Protection from White seems like it could be relevant a lot. Just click around on in my browser. Not much going on there. We just finished reading week over here in Alberta, so we are now finally back at school. Disfigure is pretty much a clear pick. Just finished reading week, and so of course now we have midterm exams pretty much non-stop this week. So, of course, I should be studying, but when Thea asked me, "Hey, cube?" And I'm like, calculus, cube. Yeah, cube won out. Still got all my studying done, though. Kids, don't take me as an example. Do your homework. Study for your tests. All will be good in life. And then cube. Yeah. So at this point, our picks are pretty much inconsequential. We're pretty much looking to hate cards we'd rather not see played against us. I don't know if we actually took the... Yeah, we took the Leech. Yeah. Oh no, you could have made a case for taking the Iwamori. It is slightly bigger, and so we will have a slightly harder time dealing with it because some of our cards aren't that great against it. Oh, Avalanche Riders coming back is a very nice pick. Again, fantastic on a Mimic Vat. One of the few scenarios where that combination would ever happen. One of the things I love about Cube Draft is just you get to see so many really cool interactions between cards that are old and cards that are new. Mimic Vat's a card that I've really enjoyed playing with. I've never had a bad Mimic Vat experience. And then, we combine it with, classic cards like Avalanche Riders or just, brand new stuff like, Siege Gang is pretty old, but there are all sorts. It works like with every era of cards. Take Flame Javelin. Probably not going to play it, seeing as we're more base black, I believe. But still decent. I have no clue what these ads for become a way better Magic player are. Like, it's dominate MTG for just $37. Don't let those punks waste you. Become virtually unbeatable. No clue. Of course, if you do want to dominate MTG for just a small fee, I do recommend our Power 9 Pro workshops. I don't know if we have any scheduled currently. I don't believe so, but hopefully we will be getting some soon. They're always a blast. We get pros in. We talk about drafts, constructed, how to evaluate cards, all sorts of great things that you can ask them questions. They're really fantastic. We've had Ben Lundquist on, we had LSV on, we had Patrick Chapin came in as an observer, I think, once, and we've had, was it Gerard Fabiano? I think it might have been Gerard. Either Gerard or someone else. I forget who. But yeah, they're always really, really good. No, I don't. They're always really good, and I remember I walked up to Ben Lundquist at GP Toronto, and I was like, "Hey, I'm from Power 9 Pro. We did the workshops." And it's like, "Oh, awesome!" So we had a good chat there. So they're really rewarding experiences. I highly recommend you checking them out when we post the next session of them. Alright, so here we are in Magic Online, ready to build our deck for this Cube Draft. Thea has to get some cards from her husband's account, as I think she lent them to someone. So we've got red text for now. I'll just call this chat. Alright, so we know we are not playing white, so we can no, we're not playing white. We know we're not playing green. Alright, I don't intend to splash red, so the Boiler Works is no go, and neither is the Leech. Pretty much everything else we can work with here. So, alright, Fire Blast, Inferno Titan, Flame Javelin we can probably cut. It's I don't think it's gonna be doing a whole lot. These three I think were here. I'll do the old LSV move spells down thing. So I don't think Nether Void's going to be very good. I think everything else here is probably fine. Again, just getting a basic sort of idea of what our deck's looking like, where we might need to shore up. That's pretty much a 5-drop I want. I want to be buying that back. Alright, so Knight's Whisper, go for the throat, terminate. I think we can probably cut Hex Mage. Here, I'll just put the lands in the sideboard until we've got all. Okay, so this is 28 cards right now. That's just taking. These are all the cards I'd be happy with playing. I'm going to cut Fume Spitter because I really don't think we need it with the amount of removal we have. Part of me wonders if Sensei's Top belongs in this deck. We only we don't. The only shuffle effect we really have is the Marsh Flats. So I really don't think it's actually going to be that. And we're going to be, using all our mana pretty much every turn. So I think we're best off we cut top. Believe it or not, I think we just have a lot of other awesome stuff we'd rather be doing. So we need 3 more cuts. We have 14 creatures, which I think is good. I think I'll move the Scrap Melter to the sideboard because we still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 creatures with come into play effects. Yeah, that's still a lot, especially with Mimic Vat. Yeah, that's a lot. Removal spells we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, plus Curse Scroll, which is 9. And then Fire Imp, Flesh Bag, Red Cap, Necrotal. Okay, I think we can cut Disfigure pretty safely. And then, yeah, I think because unless we're facing a very fast aggro deck, I don't think we need that much removal. And if we are facing an aggro deck, then we can cut things like Slave of Bolas and Fire Blast that are very slow, and then replace them with more streamlined removal like Fume Spitter, Disfigure, and probably even boarding in the Hex Mage just as a first strike body that can clog up the ground. Alright, so we need 1 more cut, and I think 17 land is fine in this deck. I don't see a huge reason to go 18. We have some higher cost cards, but nothing too terribly expensive. So we can cut. I don't know, part of me wants to cut this Hippie just because it has to hit them. Although we do have so much removal that the odds it'll hit them are pretty decent. I could just cut this Chain Lightning. No, I like having the really cheap removal spell. That leaves us with 12 creatures if I cut Hippie. Let's see, is Hippie better than any of these other cards? See, I think Hippie normally is better than Flesh Bag, but because of because we have Corpse Dance and Mimic Vat in this deck, I think the Flesh Bag is very useful because it can get rid of stuff with Shroud and whatnot, especially if we keep keep using it over and over again. So I think this is the deck I want to run with, and then we can always board in Hypnotic Spectre against control decks and whatnot. So let's go piles by color. Piles by color. So I think we want okay, and let's obviously add our lands. So I definitely want to play Stronghold in the library. I don't think we'll board in. I don't think we'll keep Strip Mine in. We might board it in case we, if our opponent has some land that's giving us a lot of trouble, like, I don't know, an Academy runs or something. But we already have Avalanche Riders in the main for our land destruction. So I think we should be good on that front. So we have room for 12 lands. So I think 7-5 is probably good. Yeah, 7 swamps, 5 mountains. Alright, I will find nice swamps and mountains, and we'll be hopefully ready to go. Alright, so here's the final list, and we will see you in round 1.